Doom: The Dark Ages. Mankind is once again at the brink of extinction thanks to their incompetence against the armies of hell, but just like with all of their other problems, there is always the one solution: their Lord and Savior, handcrafted by Jesus Christ himself, the fucking Doomslayer. The Doomslayer knows not of diplomacy nor compromise, and only speaks the language of violence. With his newly crafted shield, whoa, no, we're not doing this, no! In Doom: The Dark Ages, the shield is our rock. It is our Ilya Taporia to our Islam Makachev. It is the right hand to my shaft. But what happens when you take away something that a game revolves around? What happens when you are forced to just watch the projectiles hit you directly in the face? As you are forced to watch roided up juice boys relentlessly jump after you to get a handful of your juicy balls.
Oh my god.
Well, I guess it's time to find out. With Earth on its last rotations and humanity on its last legs, they made the call, and I was blasted directly onto the battlefield. Doomslayer was feeling more powerful than ever with his new equipment. If only he knew that we're not using that new equipment. I unbinded the shield button, so now it looks like this, but not even 1 minute into the game, and the armies of hell are already throwing wrenches into my plans. This is unavoidable. And so the answer, guys, the answer is no. You cannot beat Doom: The Dark Ages without a shield. But if you exclude the tutorials, the question is yet to be answered. So I committed the cardinal sin of using my medieval tool. I unbinded the key once again and advanced to the next area.
Ah, fuck. Forgot about this.
Okay, so excluding the tutorial and mandatory obstacles that must be broken, the question is still intact. So I binded the shield to the D-pad down button as to make sure I never accidentally hit it, and if I do, I will load the latest save. I was then introduced to the new glory kill system, which are now labeled as executions. I retrieved my Thanos gauntlet, practiced fisting a few demons out of existence with it, learned how to parry, which, by the way, is about as useful to me this run as the Doomslayer's voice actor is. I forgot to mention that we will be playing on ultra violence difficulty, which may change later. We acquired the chain gun, plugged up a few demonic assholes, and then it was time to roleplay the invasion of Normandy. And contrary to the real life story, it ended in a massive failure for the invaders. And then the great reveal of this game's antagonist unfolded.
All the power of hell, cowering before one man.
I was once again instructed by Satan, who I've pointed out here in case it wasn't obvious enough as to who this is, to once again break the only rule of this challenge, and I reluctantly obliged, as this is once again the only way to progress the story. With the removal of just one item, the most trivial and easiest of demons become the most fucking annoying. Let me tell you, shield demons, normally all you do is throw your shield and they fucking, but here you gotta play Ring Around the fucking 360 MLG, you fucking, these little fucking green boys are annoying as fuck.
Okay, bro. Please just fucking kill yourself, I swear to God.
And to make things just that much harder, I decided no upgrades. Except for the first one, which is mandatory, because I know you guys like to see me get my asshole invaded. Wait, wait, no, wait, no. Guys, no, come on, guys, no! This doesn't technically count. This does not count as usage of my shield. If you think it does, suck my fat balls. With the threat of a nuclear bomb destroying our planet, I was called into work on my day off. So I hopped in my Pacific Rim suit, played the right trigger, occasional right bumper simulator for a bit, pulled this nuke from out of this hole, put it into another hole, and we were gifted with Doom: The Dark Ages Golden Child gun. The amount of glaze for this gun was out of this fucking world in the build-up for this game, let me tell you. Finally, I encountered my first bit of resistance. When I entered this room, the game developers must have known that somebody would try a no-shield run. And they specifically designed this exact room right here to try and deter those who are not dedicated to the art of self-hate. You see, in this room, you have no space, and you also have a lot of juiced up steroid abusers who want nothing more than for you to kill yourself in real life. And yes, I wanted to kill myself in real life.
No!
You are forced to watch as they hit you with left hooks of hell. But the Doomslayer did not falter. With a little bit of finesse and a little bit of ankle breaking, victory was mine. But with the news of the Doomslayer absolutely eating ass while being severely handicapped, Prince Azaric called down an absolute unit. And there's just so many problems with not being able to parry. But the Doomslayer does not fail. He thrusts repeatedly with increasing force each time until he breaks it free and open. And God, the Doomslayer loves to fucking eat it all up, baby. Yeah! And with that death, the makers above gifted the Doomslayer with his very own pony. In their very first Hell ship, ID Software, once again threw in an anti-no-shield run room, handcrafted specifically to make me want to run into a wall of knives at full speed. The amplified armored Hell Knight is an absolute ultra nightmare. You guys understand? You guys get? Okay. I strategically picked up this health, and with it, I was successful. The next 3 Hell ships fell with ease. Well, you know, mostly with ease. No! And thus, the Aura Farmer's plan was thwarted as we blew up the city. I guess. I mean, I guess if he can't have it, no one can. I don't know. Anyways, now this right here, Siege Dash Part 1, starts off with an epic cutscene once again.
Look at this fucking guy.
You see what I mean by aura farming?
Trying to be crazy.
Yeah, this guy thinks he's SGA. This right here, Siege Dash Part 1, is where the difficulty really starts to pick up. This is where we encounter our first leader battle. And man, you know, it really showed me right here who Daddy is. I thought I was Daddy. I'm a bitch. I'm sorry as fuck. This is the stupidest thing I've ever done in my entire fucking life, and I fucking hate it. I mean, the amount of shit on the screen that I just have to look at and I can't do anything about it. You know, if you're one of these people who's like, Doom the Dark Ages is for idiots, the game is so easy, play it without a shield. I dare you to play it without a fucking shield, you fucking cuck. And so I prayed to Jabba Khan above, and he actually answered my prayers and provided me with the Ballslinger 9000 and... Oh, yeah. This weapon, along with another that we will acquire much later in the game, will carry the Doomslayer through these trying times. Cyber demons are as bad as farting and having a wet sensation down there. But with this weapon in hand, that wet sensation gets transported onto your balls, and he shoot it. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm going off the script. With the 5th gore portal closed, Hell's version of Jesus Christ arose, and it was my duty to protect the city from his massive G-Zone, and that is exactly what I did. With the great G-Zone felled, I opened this door and walked in on an absolutely horrifying sight. But just as I was about to drop my 1-ton iron nutsack on his forehead, Princess Priscilla over here hit me with that hypnotizing purple lean Zaza Fanta, and I was immediately... Shut up! And I was immediately codeine dreaming. With his new chain, it was only a matter of time before he would become the supreme drip overlord and rule over our world. And instead of finishing off his enemy, Prince Azaric decided he'd rather do what he does best. But little did he know, I was about to end his whole career and steal every aura point he ever had, and god damn! The Doomslayer is just so sexy, and I love him. We were sent to the Abyssal Forest, and it was at this point I was feeling unstoppable. I was an absolute unit in the field and nothing was going to stop my momentum. The Agadon champion, put me in my place. You see, the problem with this guy is if you stand too far from him, he can't take damage. And if you get too close, well, you know, not being able to block and all. This fucking voice line is imprinted and etched into my brain for the rest of my life.
Warning. Agadon Hunter identified.
16 minutes of death, which may not seem like much at a surface level, but when you consider that the average attempt lasted this long.
No! Oh my god, this is so intense.
Oh my god.
Yes!
I thought that fight was rough. Little did I know what awaited me in the Ancestral Forge. The hardest mission by far up to this point, but surely the reward I get for completing it's totally worth it and not completely useless, right guys? Guys, no, come on! Guys, come on! No! No, man! We were sent to the Abyssal Forest. No, I don't know if I want to use this joke. We were sent to the Abyssal Forest. We were sent... I can't do this joke. We were sent to the... I don't know if I want to use this joke. We were sent to the Abyssal Forest, aka the spot between your mother's legs. Alright, I'm probably gonna cut that out. That's disgusting.